All right, real quick, we got to get out of here. Here's the schedule the next couple of weeks. Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum was last week, won by y'all's favorite driver, Denny Hamlin. The Blue Green Vacation Duels at Daytona are Thursday. Thursday are the duels.
That's right.
There we go.
7 o'clock. Duel 1 and Duel 2 will follow on FS1 M1. I don't think we have that one on KTC this week.
I know Terry's looking for a Ross Chastain shirt.
He's got a new sponsor, Busch Light. Terry, you ready? Ready to rock? Chastain's number 1 in your heart, ain't it? You can show the camera that he's number 1.
You can see me right now. I'm really speaking a lot.
Kevin, you got the clip showing him he's number 1. Pull it up.
Yeah, well, we actually do.
Yeah, I was about to say it.
So, real quick, he does have the Busch Light. I did have to get through a couple of Jimmie Johnson things real quick. For he is. I meant from the last few weeks. He is.
Who's that?
You don't have to get to that.
Going to the Hall of Fame.
Who is it?
Inducted with
Jimmie Johnson.
Yeah, he was inducted with.
He was great.
Chad Canals.
He was great with the Cowboys, wasn't he?
I can't remember who the other guy was. They would be a lot better off if they had him in there.
We got to talk a little bit about that later.
But I thought I had that on my. Must be. Oh, I know where it's at. Never mind. Sorry, Terry. But anyway, so now he's racing. Supposed to be 10 races. He hasn't announced 1 or 2 of them yet. Denny Hamlin said the other day he hates that he's coming back.
Tell him, Denny.
He kind of ruined a couple of his championships, didn't he, Terry?
He did.
Or championship chances. I'll say that. So when you're talking about
where does he? I don't know. I know you're trying to get ready for break. Where does he measure? I know you got to give credit for the man. He won 7 championships, but he ain't no Earnhardt. He ain't no Petty. I mean,
easy.
No, you talking about Denny Hamlin?
Yeah.
Easy.
No. I'm
No,
talking
Jimmie
Johnson.
Johnson. If you
easy.
measure him, nobody's going to put him
Easy.
first or second.
This is Terry. This is Terry for those. This is Terry for Ross Chastain.
That's right. That's right.
Ross Chastain's number 0 in Terry's heart right there. Now, real quick, I know we don't have time for this. This ain't the day for it, but you asked the question anyway. Now, Chip, I know a couple of NASCAR. Now, I'm a fan, so you can accuse me of the bias, but I know a NASCAR aficionado I know who used to work on this show, Terry, who would make the argument that he is the best because he won in 4 or 5 different cars and 4 or 5.
Oh, I'm never gonna
4 or 5 different formats. They kept changing the format to make him lose, and he kept going.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop,
Oh,
boop.
I'm never
the
gonna
champ.
say that he's not the best. But I mean, when you talk to NASCAR fans who have been around forever, they're always gonna say Richard Petty first.
Yes.
Then they're gonna put Dale second.
Yes.
Then they're gonna say Jimmie.
Is it-
That's what they're gonna say.
is
And the
it-
reason they're gonna put Jimmie like third is number one, he's not the intimidator that Dale was. He wasn't the guy I'm going to go get, and he is not the first guy who had 7 like Richard is wearing the hat.
Never mind.
I mean, you know what I'm
never
saying?
Mind, he doesn't have 200 wins.
Now,
But,
watch
you
this,
know.
Chip. Watch this, Chip. Now, Terry, be honest with me. In your opinion, did NASCAR make Jimmie Johnson retire so he didn't win an 8th championship?
Yeah, probably did. I'm
thank
not
you.
going to say. I
Thank
mean,
you.
you know,
He's not a Jimmie fan.
No.
He's not a Jimmie fan, Chip. I'm telling you. They made him retire because he's so good. It didn't matter what car, what track they put him on. He's winning.
But the bulk of his championships, the bulk of his championships, it was the same format. It's the same 10 races, and all he had to do was get in the playoffs. It was the same 10 races that in Canals and that team, and it had the best equipment with Hendrick. I'll give him that. But they just said get him in the playoffs, and then he was the best driver on those 10 tracks.
The problem I had with at the end of his career, the little incident he had down here in Charlotte where he ended up wrecking with Martin Truex and them, somehow I know that destroyed the whole team. Because Canals was like telling him, don't do this, just finish where you're at. We're going to make the chase, you know. And then all of a sudden there's a wreck and he don't make the chase. I think that was a downfall of the whole team down there.
You talking about on the
As a team-wise.
Oh, you talking about on the road, the first Roval race when
When they had the
race.
wreck down there
That was a
last
fun
one,
race.
you know.
They had
I mean, I understood because both of them wanted to win it. I understood every bit of that.
They were learning on the fly. I mean,
Oh,
the
yeah.
very first turn of that race, I mean, you had people flying into the wall. It was just you're right, it was a good race. Canals and John, and again, you've got to say he's one of the greatest of all time. He to me is the LeBron of NASCAR. I don't think you put him on the track against Earnhardt or against Petty in their prime. They're gonna race laps around him or give him a little rub, and he ain't gonna be able to handle it.
I guarantee Daggum Dale would have done that to him easy.
Only 3 of Jimmie's championships were in the Chase title.
Okay. Well, it's almost
Gordon got 1. Gordon got 2 of his in the Chase actually.
I didn't know that. Now I didn't know that. I didn't
I
take
thought
away. I didn't think
his
it
were
was,
before the Chase.
Gordon Fit, no, playoff champion team, regular season champion. What am I reading, Zach? Final playoff
No, we
point
can't
champion.
see it.
Jeff Gordon.
final non-playoff point.
Jeff Gordon won the first one, right? Is this final non?
Yeah.
No,
No,
playoff.
that's non-playoff.
What is this showing? Oh, is that the weirdest English I've ever seen? Here, let me show you guys what
Final
I'm reading.
non-playoff
news.
point standing.
Like, show me what I'm reading. Figure that chart out.
You're in championship. Final non-playoff points. Okay, so before the playoffs, Gordon was in the lead. Okay, no. So they're showing if there was no playoffs.
Kurt Busch won the first.
Yeah.
Tony Stewart won the second.
That second category is if they had no playoffs and you just went strictly off the points awarded to each race, who would have won?
So Busch won the first one.
Busch would
Then
have won.
Tony Stewart.
Yep.
No. Playoff champion team.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kurt Busch won the first one.
Yep.
Tony Stewart won the second one.
Yep. Here comes Jimmie.
1,
He
2,
wins
3,
5
4,
straight.
5. Yeah,
Yeah.
kiss rocks, everybody. Tony Stewart, Brad Keselowski, Johnson.
Jimmie's 6.
And then Johnson.
Yep.
All right, so your argument was because he didn't race the whole season. He's not the
Not that he didn't race the whole season. Obviously, he raced well enough to get into the playoffs, but it's just like his.
He's got the same number of wins as Dale Earnhardt, don't he? Or one behind him, or one above him. Is he
Maybe.
above him? He passed him. He's one behind Yarborough.
You'd have to check.
I'd have to look and
I'd
say.
have
I
to-
don't know.
He's one
Yeah,
behind
I'm
Yarborough.
not going.
I think Dale's what 70,
Dale was like 60 or 70.
76 or something like that.
All right, we got to go, JP. When we come back, we've got to talk Super Bowl preview. I do have Tom's pick, Terry. I do have Tom's pick.
Are the Cowboys going to pull it out, Terry?
They are.
Cowboys. We already got Terry's Cowboys pick. Now remember, we'll talk this one. We'll be back in a few minutes. Let's see, Petty 200, Pearson, Gordon, Waltrip, Allison, and Waltrip are 1 ahead. He's tied with Kale right now.
Dale had 76.
Earnhardt 76 is in 8th. So Jimmie and Kale tied in 6th with 83. Bobby Allison and Waltrip have 84. What I did want to talk, Terry, real quick. He is going to race 10 races. They haven't announced a couple of them. He's racing Kansas twice. So he wouldn't be doing that if he didn't think he could win, right?
That's exactly right.
Because I'm not really familiar with Kansas that much, or him even
It's
winning
a
at
mile-and-a-half
Kansas. Has he
drive.
ever won at Kansas?
It's a cookie cutter.
I'm not sure he's ever even won there. So
I think Toto's going to open up and sing.
Toto.
Yeah, we're not Kansas anymore.
Oh, we'll be back in a minute. KTC broadcast. I thought you were talking about from the band Toto.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang.
Good question.
They started on them.
Watkins Clinton, Sears
Daytona was first race, wasn't it? Yeah, that's
I was
what.
getting ready to say. I mean, it had been one.
Real quick, one final view from the Coliseum. This may be the last time Zach hit me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there, Mike 1.
Hey, there he is.
1.
Welcome back.
I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah, I didn't either. It's number 1.
It's a big number. It's a big number.
So, real quick, this might be historically the last time you see it. The NASCAR cars coming out of
Outside.
the Coliseum. This is where the football players walk down the tunnel. I just thought this was one of the coolest shots ever as far as of it going, was the cars coming in and out of the tunnel that the football players walk in to enter, because there is no pits out there. There's no room to. You just pull on the track and go. And I always thought that was one of the coolest things. All right,